Yo! What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? What's good? Today is a special day, chat. Today we're doing the final... Well, that might be too loud. We're doing the final Q&A for my book, The Ace of Spades and the Sword of Serenity. As we can't make it. I know, I'm so sad. I hope that everything goes well for him, bro. 9 minutes late. Dude, I have stuff to do, man. I got a life, alright? I have the starting soon screen for a reason, okay? Anyway, how are we doing? How's everyone doing? What have y'all been up to out in the week? I'm in Tokyo at 6 a.m. That is insane, dude. 6 a.m. That's wild. But yeah, chat. So today, basically today you're just gonna be firing questions at me about my book, about the series, what's going on with it, the development of the book, just everything. I want to hear everything. I need to move myself over a little bit. I want to hear all of your little questions that you got, chat. I want to hear everything. That's basically the stream today's the Q&A. This is pre-recorded gameplay, by the way. I'm not playing right now. We were gonna draw today, but Illustrator decided it didn't want to be alive anymore, so yikes. That's modern Rome. Yep, it's modern Rome, chat. That's a new Rome model with only a shirt. Yeah. How long has this book been in development? There isn't really like a set answer, because kind of like, if you count full development, then it's been in development since 2021, I'd say. So that's like 5 years. If you count just me writing the book, like writing it, like the current version of it, writing, starting the book and finishing it, then I started writing it a little bit before the first book came out. So a little bit around like winter, like of the beginning of the year of 24. Or sorry, not 24, 2025. And then the book was pretty much done by like, not done, but like I finished writing all the chapters by like August, I would say, of last year. And then obviously all the editing and stuff like that, and the marketing work and all the artwork and stuff like that took me a few extra months. That's why it took a little while for the book to come out after it was done, because obviously there's, post-production work, I guess you could say, that goes into that. When Nemo from Cape and Cal Cafe said he hated the shiny blue in the final swimsuit, it gave me an aneurysm. Same, dude. Same. It killed me inside, bro. Chat, I'm trying to not drink so much Coke anymore. So instead, I have a bubbly with me. I love bubbly. I am addicted to bubbly just as much as I am to Coke, but maybe not just as much, but almost as much. However, this is much better for you because it's just water. Nemo had a meltdown in his recent hot takes video on Marvel, and he was talking about Spider-Man. Oof, I just saw his video today on the bad MCU costumes, man. We gotta make another video together, bro. What's your favorite design you've made so far? That's a good question. I'm not gonna lie, for me it's between a design that you guys haven't seen yet and will probably not see for a little while, and Chaos Knight, probably. I think his design is so awesome. I love Chaos Knight's design. I almost didn't make that design. I almost kept the white design that I showed you guys 2 weeks ago. I almost kept that one. But a few months, or not a few months, it was like at the beginning of the year, like around springtime, I was like, wait, let me just try one more time. Or actually, it was around summertime. It was like around June. I almost kept the white. Yeah. But I like that design because it looked very regal, and that's what I was going for with that one. But I feel like it didn't fit the character in the book, because, no spoilers of course, but in the book, the Chaos Knight is like a very, very intimidating figure, and he's kind of scary looking, and I feel like that design didn't really invoke that, didn't really achieve that. it achieved a different vibe, which I think both of them are cool vibes, but I feel like the scary vibe and like the menacing vibe was cooler. Of like this black figure with horns that looks like a freaking demon, and then you just see these small subtle glowing parts. Like that's scary, man. That is freaking scary. And you know, I wanted to lean into that instead of leaning into the regal design aspect. I did a little bit of both, but mostly I leaned just towards him looking menacing and scary. Not glad the term comic actually doesn't make sense because anything can be comic accurate. Not anything, I wouldn't say anything, but there always will be the question of accurate to what. You know what I mean? The gameplay makes you forget this is an Ace of Spades stream. Don't worry, it is. Yeah, I don't have any Ace of Spades gameplay for you, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm every like few loops or whatever, I'm just gonna change the clip. So I'm just sitting here answering whatever questions y'all have. Who do you ship? Dude, what? No, I'm not gonna answer that question. I love Bubbly. Wait, the song? Yes and no. It's bubbly like the sparkling water, but the song from Good Kid is because David, when he wrote the guitar part, was drinking this drink, so technically, yeah. By the way, if you guys are interested in my book, the link is in the description to this video, along with the link to my merch store, which my little guy here has been telling you. If you haven't seen it, which you definitely have. I'm not gonna lie, like that took me like 30 minutes to make that little animation, which is kind of crazy. What's up, Russian? Welcome in. Just some guy, welcome. Happy early Valentine's Day, freakers. Happy early Valentine's Day. We're gonna do another, hopefully another post Valentine's Day stream, probably on Sunday if I can. Because believe it or not, that was one of my most popular streams. I have no idea why. I think it's just that everybody was single and they're like, you know what? Let me just pull up for the stream. It's crazy, man. But yeah, that was one of my most popular streams for some reason. But I'm probably gonna do another one, and I'm probably gonna remake that drawing too, because I like that drawing that I made a lot, the Spider-Man blue one. But I'm definitely gonna change it. I will say, that the like pre-production, I guess you could say, of the next book has already began. We are well underway into the beginning of development, basically, for book number 3. Obviously, can't say like literally anything about it, except that the way that book 2 leveled up everything from the first book, this one is going to do that a lot more. So everything is going to be crazier, basically. And I cannot wait for you guys to see all that cool stuff that I got. But yeah, can't say anything about that right now. So this is purely just questions about book 2, I guess you could say. I mean, you could ask me some stuff about the future, and I might answer some of it, but I'm not going to answer anything specifically about the story or the characters or what's going on with them later on. This is mainly a Sword of Serenity Q&A. So keep asking me questions about this book or my first book. I'm down to answer anything about that one too. Does your book have cuss words? Briefly, yeah, just a few. But they're not really like really bad ones. Like they're very light. They're very small ones. Originally, it was supposed to say the SH word. There was originally a version of the book where Ren did say that, but I cut it out. The post Valentine's Day stream was literally the first stream I watched and the day I subscribed. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, that's an OG stream, man. Looking at your 2021 designs, you definitely improved. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think so. You know, these designs have been around for a while, but it took me quite a bit to evolve them into the place that they are now. But to be honest, a lot of the characters have looked the same since like 2023. Like Ace has looked almost the same, almost, in terms of design since like 2023. It's just that it was only a matter of improving the art style of the series when things really started to change the most. Like the lines on his suit, on his tracksuit, weren't even present until pretty late into that costumes design, or not costume, but into that outfits design. I don't know if I'd call it a costume. I don't know. Would you call it a costume? I don't think I would. I think it's more of an outfit. I'm okay with calling it a suit, but I think it's more of an outfit. Very small, so he says stuff like frick or shark. Ace doesn't really swear, but I mean, I think he might say damn or something like a couple times. But yeah, it's mostly just damn and like hell, and like that's kind of it. It doesn't really go past that. I'm okay with that. You know, this isn't some like super dirty book. I'm okay with it being a little bit more realistic when it needs to be, because I don't want to treat my audience like children in that way, but you know, I obviously am keeping it tame to some degree. Do you remember when you said when playing Roblox? I didn't, dude. I didn't. You can go back in that stream and I didn't. It sounds like I did, but I said goofy and then like the next word that I said something and then the next word that I said had like started with the letter S, so it sounded like I said like with an S, but I didn't, I swear. Are there any couples in your book? You will have to read it to find out. That's what I'll tell you. My first stream is you drawing Spider-Man. It's a Q&A. Yeah, I do a lot of Q&As, but I love Q&As. Goofy stream. Yeah, that's what I said. There's no romance in the book, right? There is, actually. You're gonna have to read the book, man. Nick at 30 asks you, bro. Does he say shock? No. Bro is not Miguel, dude. He's not Miguel. That's not true. There's no way. If there's romance, I shall not buy. Why, dude? It's literally like Valentine's time, bro. Come on now. Yo, we got an ad playing? Oh, no, we don't. That's just part of the song. I've played this playlist like 5 times and I still don't memorize the songs on it, bro. I don't want to treat my audience like children. 75% of your audience is probably younger than you. This is true, but I still think that even if you're making something that is going to be primarily consumed, I guess you could say, by young teenagers, which is probably my audience consists of the most, I still think that it's worth taking my audience seriously to a degree. Like I'm not gonna like sugarcoat a lot of things for you, if that makes sense. Like obviously it's not some like crazy murder fest, the book, but things do happen in that book that are realistic, and I'm okay with characters saying certain things or certain things happening that treat the audience like seriously in a way, if that makes sense. You know, like obviously it's still like I'd say like teen rated, like there's nothing like inappropriate in it, obviously, but like if that, you know what that I mean, if that makes sense. Like I think that it's worth treating my audience like they can handle it, you know what I mean? Because it's very light. Thoughts on the disco Spidey suit? I think it's okay, I guess. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it, honestly. It's just kind of there for me. Like, I don't really care. Can't wait for the Ace of Spades Red, the prequel to Spider-Man Blue. That's funny, dude. That is really funny. It does make sense. Okay, good. I was worried that it wouldn't make sense. I just realized this is all the gameplay so far that I used for the video with Nemo. The disco suit is tough. I mean, I don't know. I think it's alright. Like, it just doesn't do anything to me. Like, I think it looks fine, but like, it doesn't look like particularly cool to me, in my opinion. Roman, if someone were to ship one of your characters from your book, what would you do? I don't know. I probably wouldn't care that much. I'm not really big on shipping. Some characters will and do get together eventually, but you know, I don't mind people coming up with their theories and predictions. I don't mind that. I've never been like big on shipping, but like, you know, if you want to make your predictions about anything in the series, then like I'll be there to check it out and laugh at it when it's probably wrong. Shipping Rome with anyone? Okay, that's different, man. Tell me those characters so I can't drop them tomorrow. No.
Are you the kind of person who knows
Yo,
things?
another ad. Let's go.
You can get a domain from Squarespace. Not just
Squarespace, that's crazy. Ace End himself? That's wild, dude. That's like a Sonic ship, bro, because Sonic would not go with nobody, bro. There's a Duck Jeff skin in Rivals? Is there? Oh my goodness. Do any of the characters say freaky? I don't know. Wait, let me actually check right now. Let me check right now. In the Google Doc of the unedited version of the book, I can check. Hold up. I have to find out. I have to find out. Oh, I'm lagging a little bit? Goodness me. Me, myself, and I, I'll ship. For real, bro. Okay. What's the character with the blue hair called? Too lazy to check Rome's community post. His name is Hail. Like Hailstorm. Okay, let's see. Freaky. There are no freakies in this book. I'm so sorry. No one says freaky, dude. It's so Dover. Bro, what is that question, Geek? Oh my goodness, bro. This guy. Oh yeah, for those of you who are interested in learning more about the characters, in the book, at the end there are like 2 pages of character bios for all the main characters in the book. So if you do get the book and you want to learn more about the characters, then all their information pretty much is there. Their ages and their birthdays, and they have bios and stuff like that. It's pretty neat, actually. I'm really glad I put that in. I almost didn't. The Edge of Time video you posted is completely stuck in my head and I can't get it out. That's from just some guy. I haven't seen it. Imagine if someone shipped Ace and Hailstorm. Bro, what is this, bro? That's crazy. I shipped me and Ren. Oh my dude, it's so funny. The reaction to that character when I revealed her was so funny, bro. Everyone was like, Betty, bro. He's crazy, dude. Everybody wanted her so bad, bro. It's wild. It's really funny, actually. So, what are some inspirations for making the book? Let's see. The book is very inspired by, like, medieval themes. But, like, obviously it's brought into, like, the modern world, but stuff like that, like some of the themes from, like, let's say Doom the Dark Ages, for instance. I was pretty inspired by that when I was cooking up some of, like, the presentation for the book. Like stuff as simple as, like, the fonts used or some of the design elements. Like the murals and the sword, that's all inspired by like medieval stuff like that. And I had to do a lot of research on what, you know, armor and weapons and stuff looked like at that time, so that I could channel that kind of vibe, but at the same time bring it like into the modern age. Because for Chaos Knight, obviously he's very like medieval inspired, of course, but at the same time there is tech in his armor, so I wanted to kind of weave these 2 different worlds together to create a character design that I thought was pretty cohesive, to be honest. And same for Ace's sword, but it's a lot more regal than tech based, because there isn't a lot of tech in the sword. It's mainly it's partly science and then partially something else. Is the Adventures of Spider-Man canceled, or yes and no, I guess you could say. I do still plan on releasing that audio version of episode 3 whenever I get to that, or of whatever I had finished from that. But I would say kind of, because I ship Roman chicken sandwich. That is a amazing couple. I would love to do the chicken sandwich for the rest of my life and then eat it. But yeah, Adventure of Spider-Man is pretty much donezo. I'm not gonna make another episode of that show because I'm just not passionate about it anymore. I don't like a lot of the decisions that I made, and I think that honestly the quality of those episodes is really bad. I know you guys enjoy those, and I'm really glad that you do, but I don't know. I'm pretty harsh on myself sometimes, I guess you could say, but I don't know. I just think that I could do a lot better, and I feel like the only way that I would want to continue making a Spider-Man show, the only way I would keep doing it is if I started over brand new. And that's why I want to do that. I haven't done that yet. I haven't, worked on anything yet, aside from a couple of test animations and character designs, but yeah, I don't know. If that comes to be, then that would be super cool if I end up making that show, which would be called Untold Tales of Spider-Man. I have some ideas for it, but I don't know if I would do it. We'll see. I definitely carry some ideas over from Adventures of Spider-Man, because I do think that that universe had some cool redeeming qualities. Rainy day? What about it, bro? What about it? Chat, keep those questions coming, bro. I'm waiting for you. I'm here. Episode 1 doesn't hold up the best, but it's very charming. Episode 2, however, is something I straight up love. I love to rewatch it every now and then. Thank you. Yeah, I think episode 1 holds up so bad, dude. I kid you not. One time, I was with my mom, and we were driving in our golf cart, and she literally just connects to like the Bluetooth speaker and just starts playing the episode like out loud onto the street, and I'm like, bro, stop, please stop. The voice work, dude, sucked, bro. It was so bad, man. I honestly, I've been considering redubbing it for a while, but it sucks, bro. It sucks, bro. I think my dad did a great job, but just the quality of the microphone was sucked. I didn't have a good microphone at all back then. Will Untold Tales and Adventures be connected? No. Not again, says Little Rome, dude, real. But yeah, I think episode 1 is so bad, and it's such a simple premise that it was achievable for me to animate at the time. But like, I don't know. I wish I did something that had a little bit more substance to it, but at the same time, the plot of that episode is simple enough to where it's charming for like a little indie animation that I only thought was probably gonna get like, I don't know, like 600 views or something stupid like that. Like, I didn't expect it to kind of blow up the way it did a little bit. So that was crazy. Honestly, I remember like every day after that the episode came out, every day after that I'd be like, oh my god, it's blowing up more. Like, it's crazy, dude. It was getting so much views for such a long time. It was ridiculous. Episode 2 did not do nearly as well, which is okay. I was a little bit bummed about that at the time, but it's okay, honestly. I don't mind. I'm glad everybody that watched it enjoyed it. I'm really glad that, everybody thinks that it's good. Even though I think I could have done better, but I'm not gonna lie. That is much better. It is way better, dude. It is much better than episode 1, but honestly, I could have done better. I could have been a little bit less lazy with some parts, but like, the problem with that episode is that I just took so many breaks, and I feel like that's my problem, is that the passion was there, but it wasn't as much as it was with the first episode, where like I was grinding for like 4 months. Like for episode 2, like I would grind a little bit for like a week, and then I would just stop for like 2 months, and then I'd work on it again, and it was just a repeating cycle. And it took a year to come out, which is ridiculous. If I did make another episode, or I guess if I made an episode of the new show, if I end up doing that one day, honestly, it would probably take around like 4 or 5 months. It probably wouldn't be too crazy of a wait, because now I feel like I understand how to pace myself with these projects, and also how to create something that's more in the scope, I guess you could say, of what I can do. Because episode 2, it was ambitious for me. I'm glad that I finished it, and I'm honestly kind of surprised that I did finish it, but it was a little bit crazy for me at the time, like with just the amount of stuff going on in that episode. and like some of the shots were a little complicated for me to figure out. But I think I did an okay job, honestly. I think I did a pretty decent job. I'm not gonna lie. Imagine some 40-year-old in his car hearing, "Hey buddy, I don't think that belongs to you." Bro, it's so cringe, dude. It's so cringe. It is so cringe. But whatever, man. Whatever. Baby Rome asking for us to get t-shirts. Yeah, man. Baby Rome is here to remind you that the drip is so sick. I just released a new shirt, by the way, a new sweatshirt of Ace. And it's like anime inspired. It is super sick. You should definitely go see it if you are interested. It is super sick. Anyone else used to watch Teletubbies? Dude. Yes. I used to watch them when I was a little guy, like 3 days ago, bro. So around the elephant in the room, what's your thought on the promo art that got revealed the other day? Like the talkies stuff? Or it could be the backpack thing you're talking about, I don't know. But, I mean, I think it looks awesome. I like it. Dude, I feel like it's actually, like, legit the final swingsuit, but just with a silver emblem and not a gold one. Because if you look at it, like, some of the HD images came out that are higher res than the ones I posted, and you can literally see, like, the pattern of the final swingsuit on it. And the webbing doesn't look raised, I think, on the higher res version. Like, it literally just looks like the final swingsuit with a silver emblem and maybe like a rounded belt. It could just be the angle, but the belt is still rounded like the brand new day suit is. If the final swingsuit is back, then I would complain. Leave, bro. Leave right now. But yeah, mods ban that guy. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think the renders look awesome. I think that like artistically they look so awesome. I know there's a Raimi pose they snuck in there, dude, which is so cool. I think Eastside is too short. I think it's fine, honestly. I feel like if they did more of it, then it would be dragging it out too much. A lot of really good songs are sub 2 minutes. I think that that's okay. I don't think it's too short. It's not like it's like 1 minute and 15 seconds or something. Let's hope the final swing and brand new day suit aren't different suits. I don't want him to get another new suit. I mean, I wouldn't mind them showing the final swing suit for a little bit, like as an earlier version of his brand new day suit. I wouldn't mind that, but they're probably going to be canonically the same suit. It's probably not going to be like that, which I'm fine with. I'm okay with losing the final swing suit. I love it more than the brand new day suit. It's way better than the brand new day suit, but I'm starting to like that suit more anyway, and also I'm okay with losing it. I think that the brand new day suit in some ways is better, in very few ways. Like, to be honest, I think it has a better set of colors. I love the shiny blue so much, but I didn't like that the red was so orange, honestly. At least in Spider-Man 2 it was. And I didn't like... I do like the light blue, but honestly, a little part of me was itching for like a darker blue. And while it's the one on the brand new day suit isn't dark blue, it's still light blue. It's a more true blue. And I don't think that that's better, but like part of me like thinks that is really neat. I'm not gonna lie. And it's still shiny to some degree, which people overlook. It still has a shiny blue. It's just not the shiny blue. It's not like shiny. It's just a little shiny. And I think that that's honestly good enough. It still looks cool. It still looks maybe not just as cool, but almost just as cool. Brand new day suit is better. False! I'm just kidding. Why do y'all like the spider not being black? Because gold spider is cooler. Or bronze spider, I guess. It's not, I guess I wouldn't say it's cooler, but like on the final swingsuit, it fit and looked awesome. But it's unique anyway. It's I guess a little bit of them sneaking the hybrid suits design in there or something like that. While it feels like it's like honoring his past suits in a way that doesn't feel cheap and stupid. Like it's cool. And it's black most of the time anyway, because light isn't always directly hitting it, so I don't even know why people are complaining about that. The blue is too shiny in the promo art. Cape and Cowl Cafe probably. Dude, real. Nah, I'm gonna have to send him that image and be like, hey, the blue's shiny. You prefer the back look, a spider look with a bit sick or an actual spider? probably an actual spider. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. I love the tick logo, but like, dude, I'm sorry, but unless you make some changes to it, most of the time, the normal spider is gonna look probably a little better. I do love that logo, but I feel like it has to be done right. It can't just be like the stock back logo. Like, it has to be done right. Like, kind of, honestly, I think the Japanese Spider-Man suit's back logo is a really good one. I don't like when people say that the Brand New Day suit would be so much better with that logo, because, like, yeah, it would be more classic, but it just wouldn't fit the suit at all. Like, yeah, the suit is a little bit round in some parts of it, but you put the front emblem and back emblem next to each other, the classic back emblem, and it's like, they don't look anything alike. You have this really sharp segmented logo. What are we drawing today? We're not drawing anything today. You have this sharp segmented logo on the front, which looks cool, and then you have this super cartoony logo on the back. It just doesn't, it just wouldn't make sense. It really wouldn't. I think they probably should have made some changes to the logo in the back, but honestly, like, I'm okay with it. I think that, like, Spider-Man 1 did it best, honestly, where the logo was still round and, like, a little bit cartoony, but it still had that spider look to it. It was still round, so it still had that, like, a similar effect, honestly. So, I brought my merch to Japan. That's crazy. Okay, chat, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but keep those questions about the book coming, and I will answer them when I get back. I'll be right back. I have returned. Hold up, I'm gonna switch the gameplay again. Bro, I'm running out of gameplay. That's crazy. I only have like a few more clips. That's really funny. Do I even have anything left for Spider-Man 2? I don't think so. It's IGN gameplay? No way, bro. Just said that my gameplay is IGN gameplay. That is so painful. Oh wait, I think I have gameplay in my drive, actually. Yeah, that's funny. That is real funny. Alright, let's see what we got here. If you think about it, Spidey had blue in his OG design. Yeah, because the fabric was black at that time. When you get back, is there a reason why Ace is yellow instead of blue? I assume you mean his lightning and like his eyes glowing. There is a reason, yes. If you haven't read the book, then I'm not going to tell you everything, but it has to do with the sword, and yeah, it's related to the sword, but there is foreshadowing of the golden lightning in the first book. It is foreshadowed. Just so you know, I planned everything from the start. Like, all the books, I knew about all of them and what's going to happen to them when book 1 is written. So there is foreshadowing in book 1. I think there's actually foreshadowing for book 3 in that book, and there's a lot more foreshadowing in book 2. So if you pay attention, then there's a lot of cool stuff you can find just about the lore of the series and about, you know, what's coming next. It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. The thing you gotta understand is most people don't care about the spiders matching. They only care about comic accuracy. And that's why I hate this fan base so much. You know, they never read any comics. They don't. Most people don't. if I do a poll right now of how many people have actually read more than like 2 Spider-Man comics, most people will tell you no, and it's incredibly obvious. It's incredibly obvious. I got so many like Raimi shills, dude, on one of my recent posts about accuracy. I got so many Raimi shills, bro. It wasn't that. It was a different post, I think. People act like those movies are comic accurate. It's so funny, dude. Almost nothing is comic accurate, and that's the truth. Why is there only 4 viewers here? Is there actually? That's crazy. That is sad. The Hailstorm started off as a bad guy, or was he always a hero to begin with? He wasn't always a hero, but he wasn't a bad guy. He was just somebody who was unlucky, like Ace, if that makes sense. That got put in the position that he was in when him and Ace first met each other. Yours not accurate, has read no comics. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. That's the thing with these people. It's really annoying. Whatever happened in the Bible Boy video, I took it down. Believe it or not, the person who started all that drama actually appeared in the video's comment section, and we kind of made peace with each other in a way, I guess you could say. But that's not the reason why I took down the video. I don't like that video. I think it's really cringy. If this was like 2016, that video would have gone viral and I would have kept it up, but it is not 2016. I think the video is really cringe, and I just think it's unnecessary. I don't know. I just feel like I felt the need to just leave that time in my life behind. You know? Because yeah, that happened, and yeah, it did shape me into who I am, which is cool. But I don't want people to know about that anymore. Like, I don't want just to rehash all that, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to have that up there for people to hear about the drama from 6 years ago, you know? Like, I think that I'm okay with leaving that in the past, and to me that means, you know, taking down the video and just forgetting about it, because I don't want to leave that up and just make people think ill will of the situation that happened a long time ago, or of the people that treated me that way. I've forgiven those people already. I've moved on from that already. They've moved on from that already. I just feel like it's not helping anybody to have that video up still, you know? It's not really doing anything for anyone. It's just kind of rehashing something that I want to let go of. What are you talking about? I had an old video where I explained my story, I guess you could say, of how I became an animator and stuff like that, and like why I'm here. I'll give you like a little, I guess, a rundown. What happened was I used to be on Scratch, and I used to make Sonic art, and some person had a similar art style to mine, and he accused me of copying him. He thought that I copied his artwork or whatever, that I traced it. I told him I didn't, and we kind of bickered about that for a while, and it eventually got to the point where I was being harassed, and I decided to delete my account. Because of that, I stopped animating for a long time, but eventually I found Adobe, because my dad had Adobe, and he was like, why don't you give this a try, maybe you can get back into it. And I hated it. I was like, nah, I'm not going to use this. It's too much for me. I don't want to do this anymore. Eventually, you know, around like 2021, I just committed, I guess you could say, to learning it more, and that kind of brought me to where I am. For a while, it kind of like destroyed my confidence for a little bit, but eventually, you know, I gained my confidence back as an animator, and I started working on stuff again, and it was really awesome. And you know, that's part of the reason why I'm here today. You started your channel in 2016? No. I started my channel, The Roam Zone As You Know It, in 2024, but I was still making content on Scratch from 2016 to 2020. Actually, to early 2021, because believe it or not, the first time anybody saw Ace was actually there. A very early version, very, very, very early version of Ace did appear on Scratch, actually. You can't find it anymore because that account is gone and all the projects are gone. I wish I didn't delete that, because I would have loved to look at my old stuff just to reminisce, but that stuff doesn't exist anymore. You can't find it. It's lost media. But yeah, I made like old animations and games and stuff like that. It was pretty sick, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved to see all that again, but like, realistically, I'd probably be very embarrassed of it. I have some screenshots of some of my stuff. But I don't really have a lot of stuff. I have one screenshot of one of the original drawings of Ace that I made at that time. Yeah, I was planning to make a game with him too at that time, but it didn't get very far. Obviously, the Ace stuff didn't get very far either. I wasn't even writing the book back then. It was just my little OC I'd come up with, you know. But obviously, eventually, he didn't have lightning powers at that time. Eventually, you know, I moved on from Scratch. I moved on from all that, and I decided to start writing a book about Ace. I thought he was too cool to just leave in the back of my mind like that. And that original version of the book I was writing when I started was very, very different. It was about like kingdoms and stuff like that. It was very similar to like, I don't want to say Harry Potter, but like if any of you have read Wings of Fire, I love that series. But it was kind of similar to that, where like you had like a continent of different kingdoms and like different stuff was going on in each one and stuff like that. And there were like a few like chosen special people with powers. It was like that. It was like that. It wasn't, you know, Jenna wasn't a thing. There wasn't any government conspiracies or anything like that. There wasn't any illegal experiments. Ace was just magical. But yeah, I finished writing that book and I didn't like it, so I just trashed it and started over. And that became the version of the book you know today. So I'm a year 2 here at the channel. That's crazy. But yeah, we're actually coming up on the, not really coming up, almost coming up on the anniversary of the channel, the 2nd anniversary of the channel in May. And then in June, we're on the 1st anniversary of the book, which is insane to think about. I need a very bad slideshow of all your art? No way. This is why Roman's the GOAT? Thank you, bro. I hate the people that say you're not a true Spider-Man fan if you don't know about this Spider-Man villain. Proceeds to say Joe Biden. Yes, he's a real villain. Look it up. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that last part. But yeah, no, it's so cringe, dude. Like I have no clue who this Boomerang guy is. I don't care who he is. I don't need to prove myself to people. Okay, man. I don't care about some of these lesser known characters. That doesn't make me a fake fan. I just there's stuff that you know and there's stuff that you don't. 2025 is literally a filler year, not gonna lie. I mean, for me it was a pretty big year, but I've heard a lot of people say that. But hopefully it was a filler year for this year to be even better. But yeah, no, I accomplished a lot last year. Last year was a good year for me. Because I need art, like my old art, because that is not happening. My new art, maybe we'll be talking. Maybe. Yo, SP, welcome, dude. Welcome back, I should say. I hope Boomerang's just a villain that gets packed up in a montage by Spidey. Probably. Right, everyone freaking out for SP. Let's go. Bro is the popular guy. Bro, I'm not trying to be depressed, bro. I'm not trying to be depressed. Best chatter ever. Yeah, he's one of like the peak chatters, bro. I'm telling you. I gotta get some more mods. Yo, what is his vocal theme, bro? What? I did not ask for this. But yeah, I gotta get me some more mods because I love SP, but he's not always here. So I gotta get me some more mods that are here a little more often. No offense, my brother. They love me. SP. Real Clash mentioned. What? Where? Mom, send me a Google slide of your new art. What the hell is a Google slide? I don't even know what that is. Like a slideshow? I don't know, man. Maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll be greedy and I'll make a members only like thing where I just update it with all my art, like an album of some kind. That'd be really funny. Do you have specific voice actors in your head for your OCs you imagine them with? For some of them, yeah. For Nebulous, James Spader, the guy who did Ultron, would be so awesome. Or the guy who did Samuel Hayden from Doom, he would be a really good Nebulous too. For book 1 Ace, I'd probably say maybe Sean Marquette, like how he sounded back in Ultimate Spider-Man, but I don't know. Definitely not for Sword of Serenity. He definitely have a different voice, because I imagine his voice would be a little bit deeper in that book, because he's grown quite a bit in that one. He goes from like in the gap between the first book and the second book, he goes from like 5'6" to like 5'8". Not that crazy, but you know, he's a teenager, he's changing, so I definitely think his voice would be different. Have you ever thought of making a voice playing video? I don't know what that is. What does that mean? Loki, I actually think Moth should be a mod. I'll consider it. Maybe I should make like an application system. I don't know. 5'6" to 5'7". Who? Have Riz, bro? Dude, this guy has peak Riz, chat. Don't ask me how I know that. He has yet to Riz me up, but I know that he has the peak Riz. He has the penultimate Riz. The skibbity Riz, if you will. 6'7", real? Did SP Riz up Rome? I sure hope not. It must SP. He's got a weird shield. Yeah, it's the mod shield. Yeah, they changed it. It used to be like a wrench, and now it's a shield, which I guess makes more sense. Voice claims like making voices for your characters. Oh yeah, I actually did one of those like in like 2023. I might do that again. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll post it on the Ace channel. We'll see. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I do have voices for Ren and for like 2 other characters that you guys don't know about yet, and I can't tell you about yet. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Shield reminds me of Optimus Prime. Yo, it does, dude. That's crazy. You have Riz? This man has crazy Riz. So, something that I hear a lot of people criticize about the MCU Spider-Man is that he has a new suit every movie. To be honest, I'm not entirely against that. Entirely. I know I did make that old video that Spider-Man doesn't need so many suits, and I still think he doesn't need like 25 suits. But still, I still think that that's a neat idea if the character has enough growth and progression to like warrant that. And obviously, you guys know I've done that for Ace, and if you didn't know, I'm gonna keep doing it for Ace for the most part. There is gonna be one time where he doesn't switch, but you know, I'm not gonna say anything. Anyway, I do want to do that of giving Ace a new outfit every entry for the most part, because I think that it's fun to, first of all, I think it's fun to update the design and make new designs. I'm a character designer. I like making new things that I think are cooler. I like leveling up the design and trying to make it better and more unique, obviously. That's the main reason, honestly, just that it's fun, but I think that that it's fun to do it when, especially when your character has a lot of growth and progression, then you kind of like separate that. Like when I draw Ace in his red suit from the first book versus when I draw him in the tracksuit from the second book, like I'm drawing different versions of the character, if that makes sense, because he's kind of he's not a different person, but he's changed quite a bit, you know, and he does change throughout the course of the second book. So I think it's fun to kind of mentally in my head separate these like versions of him, if that makes sense. Guys, I don't deserve fish. Made me a Spidey basket. Dude, that's so peak. I really want to know who those 2 characters are. I can't tell you for a long time. Well, maybe not too long. I don't know. Probably a while. But I will tell you that they are some of my favorite character designs that I've done in a long time. They're very, very cool. Wait, SP said Spider-Man 2017 was a 7 out of 10? Dude, I'm gonna have to revoke your mod status if you keep saying stuff like that. I'm gonna have to like put you in timeout, bro. Who's the channel mascot aside from yourself? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I have another one. It's just me, man. It's just my little cartoon dude. You guys can't know what I really look like, so that's the closest you're gonna get. Remember that time Rome timed at SP for like 1 minute? Yeah, because he begged me to, bro. He asked me to. Your channel mascot is Ace. Is he? I don't know. I feel like not everybody from my channel knows. Like would they'd see Ace and they'd be like, oh yeah, that's a Rome guy. Or if they'd even recognize him by name. Because I know it's not like only like a few of you know about him. Obviously a lot of my viewers know about him, but I feel like it's not enough where I can say he's a mascot. All of you guys know about my little Rome guy. Like you see him and you'd be like, oh yeah, that's Roman. That's what he literally looks like. That is his face. If you didn't know, this is my actual face. Like this avatar that I have is what I actually look like in real life. Like I have cell shading on my body. Bro, what is this? Is this Vocaloid music? I'm sorry, SP, but I hate Vocaloid music. I hate it so much. It's not, but I don't like it. I don't like Vocaloid music. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It's cringe, bro. I'm afraid of birds. Is that weird? Maybe. My first chat in a stream ever was literally 2017 show is good, and you responded with Get Out. What is this hating? I will always hate, bro, on the 2017 show. It's not that bad, honestly, but like it's just so poor. You hate Vocaloid music? Okay, it's just not my thing, man. Okay, there's something for everybody, and that's not for me. Okay, I'm not gonna be a hater. I'm not gonna say it's bad, but like it's subjective, but it's not for me, man. It's not my type of music. Miku's a big thing in Japan. Yeah, I'm aware. I want to ask y'all a question. If you could guess what Ace's next outfit is gonna look like, what would you guess it's gonna look like? Because I kind of want to see how accurate you guys are. Because I've had designs for it for years and years. I only recently came up with what I hope is the final version, but I wonder what you guys think it's gonna look like. That's gonna be an interesting. I'm not gonna tell you if you're right or not, but I think it'd be fun. It's gonna be black and blue. Trust. Red and black. Interesting. Interesting stuff we got here. Genuinely praying for branded organic webbing. No, bro. No, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Advanced 2.0 type suit. That's definitely an interesting direction, but I don't think I want to go in that direction with the suit, honestly. Yeah, so something I did want to keep throughout all of them is like kind of, I guess you'd say a little bit athletic vibe, because like the first suit is made of like compression wear and like, you know, there's arm pads and knee pads. It's a very like street bound hero type of look, and I did want to keep that for the tracksuit and for what else with the other suits that I have, but I wanted to streamline it a little bit, and as we go, it's gonna get more streamlined. But it's not gonna be like full on superhero suit, because that's not what Ace is, you know. So I still want to keep that like street bound hero type of thing. Ace rocking the Hailstorm colors? Question mark. He definitely wouldn't. He definitely wouldn't. Blue is not his color. That color belongs to other people. So Noir teaser, it looks good. It does look good. It does look good. I think that they really shouldn't have called it Spider Noir. I think that's a really stupid name. Like, it's so lame, dude. I hate that name. They should have just called it Spider-Man Noir. Like, why do you call it Spider Noir? Now, I don't want to hear about any, like, Sony copyright. That is not the problem, I hope. Because he's not even called Spider-Man. In the show, he's called the Spider. Which is stupid, dude. It's so stupid. This noir sounding music right now, bro, is putting me in that vibe, bro. But, like, it should have just been Spider-Man Noir. You wanna know what would be funny if you made an MCU-ified design of Ace's suit? I did one time, as a joke. I did. And it's really funny. It's really, really funny. It is really funny, and it's actually kind of accurate to what it would probably look like. I'm not even gonna lie. Real Spider Noir is such a lame name. It is so lame, dude. They should have just called it Spider-Man Noir. Like, Spider-Man Noir is such a cool name, and then Spider Noir is so stupid. Like, it genuinely sounds like they're trying to be off-brand Spider-Man. They should imply his name is actually Peter and Ben just to cover it. Well, they did say in an interview that there's a reason his name is Ben. So I think it might actually be that. I honestly genuinely think that he's the clone, and that already happened. But that maybe Peter is somewhere else, or maybe he died or something. You think the reason Spider-Man can't smoke or kill a Noir? He does smoke. There's literally a scene of him smoking, bro, in the trailer. I think it looks good, but honestly, I think it looks low budget. Dude, same. Yeah, it looks low budget. It looks like a CW show, honestly. But we haven't seen the show yet, so I'm not gonna make definitive statements on it. But from the trailer, it does look low budget. Like that swinging scene at the end. Like I'm not gonna lie, that's probably gonna be like one of 3 swinging scenes that we get, if even that much. Hold up, chat. I go to the bathroom again, bro. I'm drinking too much bubbly. Hold up. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna lie, the suit for the show, I guess if you could even call it that, the outfit, the Spider-Man Noir outfit, looks kind of lame, I guess. Like, maybe not lame, but like, I don't really know the word to use. I think it just looks low budget, honestly. Like, a little part of me is like, okay, but how else would you want a Spider-Man Noir suit to look? Like, it looks good for a Spider-Man Noir suit, but like, I don't know. It's something like I think it's something about the mask, but like, it just looks, something about it looks off. I don't know if it looks stiff or what. Maybe it's just the. I don't think it's Nicolas Cage. I don't think it's the movement. I think it's just something about it looks off. I can't explain what. I'm glad they kept the fedora and the trench coat. They had to, but like, I don't know. Something about it looks kind of off. The show got revealed to be the same Noir from Into the Spider-Verse? No way. I don't believe that. Isn't Into the Spider-Verse Noir Peter Parker? Isn't he Peter? Talking about the lenses? Yeah. It's something about the eyes, dude. There's that one, like 1 second clip where he's, like, dancing or something, and, like, the mask looks so stupid on him. I don't think they're using a face shell for this, which... I mean, if this is a different kind of mask, so I wouldn't blame them if they weren't. They don't have to. But I wonder if they are, because that one shot, the mask looked so bad that I'm wondering if they need one or not. I don't know. Looks like he took a Robert's mask. Yeah. How are you doing the name thing, though? What does that mean? What do you think of the copyright reasoning of changing Noir's name from Peter to Ben? I don't think it's a copyright thing. Did they say it was? I don't think there is. They're making a Spider-Man show. I don't think that they are not allowed to name him Peter. Your Spider-Man content easily passes over 5K, but your Ace of Spades trailer never got 1K. That shows your audience loves Spider-Man and hates your book. Well, it's just that my book is kind of like not popular right now. Like it's a brand new franchise starting from the ground up. Of course, it's gonna start slow. I'm okay with that. And even if it doesn't get big, I'm fine with that. I'm not in here to make it big, you know, for Ace to become a worldwide thing. Would that be cool? Yes. But I'm just here to put my books out there because I think my stories are cool and fun, you know? So, whether the animated trailers I make and will continue to make get 100 views, 400 views, 100,000 views, whatever it is, I'm gonna keep making these things. The swinging scene looks like someone doing stop motion with their fingers. Yeah, the swinging scene looks pretty bad. See where he snaps his fingers and he's drinking something like that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, is that part where it looks so bad. How do you feel about your Doom videos getting no views? Bro, I'm being clocked right now, dude. I'm literally being clocked right now. I don't care. I'm not in this for views. I'm in this to make content about stuff that I like. Will I get disappointed when there's a video that I want to do well that doesn't do well? Yeah. Like, I wish my most recent video did a little bit better, because that video took me like 6 hours to edit. It would be nice if that got a little more views, but I'm not in this for to grind out content. You know, I'm in this to make stuff I want to make and to talk about stuff I want to talk about. So if that means making a Doom video, then that means making a Doom video. And if it gets, you know, 700 views or whatever, that's fine. You know, that doesn't really mean anything to me. I still love Doom. I still want to talk about it. So if I do something I want to talk about, I'll make a video about it. Tony doesn't want Peter to kill or do drugs. I think it's the smoking or something that they can't. I don't know. That's because my videos don't have that many views. I just want to make them for fun. Yeah, same here. I mean, I'm glad that some of my videos have taken off the way they have. Obviously, that has helped me a lot in a lot of different ways. But I'm not going to deny that, like, that's important to me, obviously. But to me, what matters the most is just making stuff that I want to make and talking about stuff that I want to talk about to whoever's going to listen. You know? So. Or a name thing means? Yeah, I don't know what that means either. But if you could clarify, then I'll probably answer that for you. I love my stupid noir. Nah. Why is it gray? Because this show is black and white because it's set in the noir times. It's a stylistic choice. I'm probably going to watch it in black and white. I saw some people like being like elitist. I don't know if that's the right word for it. Just being like super high ground, like, oh, all the kids of these days are gonna watch the colored version because they have short attention spans or whatever, and they couldn't stand to watch a black and white movie. All the real fans, all the real ones are gonna watch the black and white version. I heard some people saying stuff like that. It's so cringe, dude. It's so cringe. Like, it's so funny. Even about the comic accuracy thing, people just love to be on this like moral high ground. It's so strange. It's like this superiority complex for no reason. It's so weird. But yeah, I'm probably going to watch it in black and white because that's probably the way that you're supposed to watch it, is the most intended way. And also, like, it's Spider-Man Noir. Of course you're going to watch it black and white. Do I care if someone watches it in the colored version? No. Do I think the colored version looks a little bit too warm? Yes, I do. But yeah, I'm probably going to watch the black and white version because I just feel like that's like the most authentic. Like, you're here to watch Spider-Man Noir to watch Spider-Man Noir. I feel like you're probably gonna watch black and white. If you don't, I don't care. But like, still, have the Tobey Maguire's the OG high ground. Yeah, dude, there are so many people out there. You're not one of these people. But there are so many people that are like, oh, Tobey's the best because he's the original and he's comic accurate just because he's the original. Like, okay, buddy. Just because something came first doesn't always mean that it's better. The Spider-Man Noir show better be good because the trailers aren't really convincing me. Me neither. I think that the show looks cool. I think it looks interesting. And honestly, I'm down for them to make a Spider-Man show that isn't about, you know, Peter Parker, Red and Blue Spider-Man. I think that that's interesting for them to do something different. So I'm down to see it play out. But to be honest, I'm not really expecting anything like great. I'm expecting something pretty decent, hopefully. Or just something okay, you know, at the worst. Or it could be mid. It could be really bad, which honestly wouldn't surprise me too much. But, you know, it's an Amazon show. It's probably going to be low budget. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. We know what kind of show this is going to be. I'm excited to see it play out, but, like, we know what it's going to be like. I'm going to use this footage again because I think I'm running out of footage. Gotta go to the east side. Stay freaky, Chad. See ya, just some guy. Stay freaky, my dude. How did the trailer show 4 villains for a season show with 8 episodes? Interesting for some sorts? That'd be cool. Oh yeah, I think someone said it was Mr. Negative or something. I don't know. Who's watching the color version? Not me. I don't know. I don't know why, but it just looks kind of weird. It looks too warm. If that makes sense. But I don't know. Maybe I will give that version a try. If I feel like watching the show 2 times, if I like it that much, which I probably won't, but we'll see. And yeah, obviously, you know I'm going to make a video on it. You know, once that comes out, I'm going to obviously make a review of it. Colors in my noir show? No way. Well, I'm sorry, Andrew is not the best. Okay, he's not the best, but he's my favorite. I think he's, like, the coolest. I think he's... I just like him the most. Like, I know he's not the best, but, like, I like him the most, honestly. I think he's maybe not the best Spider-Man, like in terms of quality, but in terms of just I like the way he's characterized, and I like, you know, his costumes and his world and his universe, then I do think he's the best, yeah. But I guess you could say, like, as an adaptation, he's not the best, but to me, he's the best. Has to drag him down? Yeah, definitely. But I still think that movie has more redeeming qualities than people let on. It's like him over Tom and Toby? Yeah, same. After Banner Day comes out, someone has to make a trivia / iceberg about every leak or theory. Honestly, that would probably be like the most boring iceberg. Like, every single leak for this movie is like the same. Like, we've been getting the same leaks for this movie for years, dude. How come you're against MCU Spider-Man having organic webbing? Because it's super lame. It's not as fun when he just has the webs inside of his body. It's cooler when he has them in this wrist-mounted device that he created, because, you know, Peter Parker is a genius. It makes sense that he'd create his own gadgets. That's like Batman having like organic batarangs or something. Like, you know, Batman's all about his gadgets. He wanted to have his gadgets, and I think there's a similar case for Spider-Man. You know, it's not as important. I think that organic webbing can work, but I think that at this point they should just keep doing the web shooters. I don't see why they would just switch unless they want to do that weird like mutation storyline that's leaking, which I sure hope they don't do that because that sounds stupid. It's sad to see Tom will never work with APB. Well, how do you know that? There was one leak that said that Robbie Robertson was going to be in the movie, so we could have some Bugle stuff. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised at all if he works with APB. I would be surprised if he doesn't. I think it's possible they could have just had JJ in the other movies as like a silly little cameo, but like honestly, I think that it would be great if he worked with APB. I think they're going to do that, honestly. That's completely different. Organic batarangs make no sense. True, but it's just like an example. I'm not serious. It's like if you took away his gadgets and replaced them with superpowers. I guess that's a better example. If you want to have Spider-Man have organic webs, make him have them when he gets bit by the spider. Yeah, I still think that it's boring and lame, but like at the same time, if you're gonna do organic webs, it at least has to be at the beginning. I think it's even stupider to have web shooters for like 10 years and then do organic webs after that. I think that's dumb. I think that's really dumb. If you're doing organic webs, fine, whatever, but just do it at the origin. Don't switch because that's dumb. It feels like it would be forced that way, honestly. I'll take the Venom movies are really good. I think only the first one is good. The other two are really bad. The second one is not horrible, I guess. The second one is like just mid. I always say the second one is like the definition of mid. Like it's so mid, dude. It's so mid that it can't possibly be good or bad. What do you think of Spider-Man 2099 having organic webbing? That makes sense for his character because it's not like he's not like Peter, you know. It makes sense for him because his origin was about the DNA machine or whatever. Like messing with his blood. And I think that makes more sense to have organic webbing because they're trying to recreate Spider-Man's powers in somebody's body. And I think that makes more sense to have organic webbing, so I'm okay with it then. But even then, I think in Across the Spider-Verse, I think that it's mechanical or something because he has like laser webs. Like those are not webs that are coming out of him, I hope. So I don't even know. I was crying in the... Oh my god, bro. This guy, bro. He's crying over Venom, bro. Kane should have organic webbing. Yeah, I think that probably makes sense for him. Does he not have organic webbing? I never saw Venom 2, but it's on Disney Plus now, so I'll probably watch it tonight or tomorrow when I feel like it. Yeah, you should give it a try. You might think it's a waste of your time, or you might think it's great. I don't know. Synthetic symbiote looks good. People only hate it because it's 2017. Yeah, I agree. I think the mint green is kind of dumb, but honestly, the suit is good. The design is good. I like it. You can't like that design and then like... you can't hate that design and then love like the sensational suit or something, bro. I mean, I guess you can, but like they're really similar. But I feel like you can't hate on that design and then like a lot of the other designs that look the same. Bro, let it go, dude. Ren is not yours. Anyway, what's else there? Our cartoon Spidey suit. I can see Villain suit. That's a good one. I like that one. Honestly, I think the 2017 suit, like the season 1 version, is probably my favorite. I think the Unlimited Classic is awesome too. But honestly, I really like the 2017 season 1 suit. It's just so cool. It's really sick. Craven was alright. My dad thought it was good. I haven't even seen it. Patrick Brown's art is better than the show. Yeah, in every single way. It's so funny because like a lot of his art has like different character designs for the villains, which is really funny, and all of them are better. Bro, this guy watched all the Sony spin-offs in theaters, bro. This little dude. Oh my goodness me. This guy, bro. This guy. Why would you watch Madam Web, dude? You knew it was gonna be bad. Come on, SP. You knew it was gonna be bad, bro. Dude, Morbius, bro. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Like, what is this, bro? Me and my dad were the only ones in theaters. We saw Madam Web and Craven. That's crazy. Yeah, no. Sony knows those movies did so bad, and they just keep making them. The Unlimited suits go hard for an okay show. Yeah, they sure do. What was that voice? I don't know. Maybe it was someone in my house talking. What was that singing voice? Oh, the meme voice, bro. Oh yeah, real. I had to let it out, bro. I had to let it out. I think Noel should come back later in the MCU. No. I don't think he really has a place there, honestly. I feel like it would just make things more convoluted and stupid. I like when the symbiote is a random alien from space. I don't like when it's part of the Clintar race and their king is the king in black and they have wings and monsters and stuff. I think it's cool. It's really, really cool, but I honestly feel like it's just better for a Spider-Man story if it's just the one symbiote alien who becomes Venom and that's it, you know? Who isn't trying to get the seed or the rock or whatever the heck it is. That's dumb. Symbiote invasion, fine, you can do that, but I feel like the null stuff is too much. If you're doing a Venom solo movie, like Sony did, then yeah, null, you can do all of that stuff, that's fine. But I feel like for Spider-Man, like just as a Spider-Man story, like if you're doing the Black Suit story, you're doing the Venom story, I feel like that might be too convoluted, but I could be wrong, I don't know. I could have no idea what I'm talking about, that's very likely. I forgot about Morbius, I also saw that in theaters. I didn't see like any of them except the Venom movie. Chat, I need to drink more water. Look at Venom having wings with all the null stuff. I think it's cool, but like, I don't know. I think it's cool visually and it's raw and it's aura and whatever the heck people want to say. I think it's cool, but like, I think Venom swinging around and stuff is much cooler because then he's more of a parallel to Spider-Man and he's not like a dragon. The wings are cool. They are really cool. But I prefer Venom to be more grounded than that. Literally. I'd be happy if Venom's just a mysterious alien we had little to no information on. Yeah, that's what I feel like it should be. I think it's fun that they tried to expand the symbiote lore and stuff further. I think that's cool, but like, I don't think we need that for every Venom story or every Spider-Man universe. There's an Ace of Spades stream, we haven't mentioned that for 30 minutes. Y'all aren't asking any questions about it. I mean, it's okay if you don't have any, but like, we gotta keep it going, chat. We gotta keep it going. This is an Ace stream after all. But, you know, this is the Rome Zone audience after all. Everybody just loves to talk about Spider-Man, so that's what we do around here. Does Ace have lightning powers? Bro, no. What do you do other characters being Venom like Matt Gargan or Flash? I think that's fine. Actually, in my original pitch, or not original pitch, but one of the original versions of episode 2, there was like a build up, like an arc that I wanted to start, and then an episode where Flash became Venom, but I scrapped it because it was stupid. But my voice actor pitched me. He's like, "Yo, he was telling me like, yo, let's have a scene where Peter has a dream about beating up Flash and winning against him, and then once he gets a symbiote, he does that in real life, and then it like pisses off Flash, and then it sets him up to later have an arc where he becomes Venom and tries to get revenge on Peter for embarrassing him or whatever." And he even recorded lines for that. Like he, like literally, recorded lines for that dream sequence, and he's like, "Yo, let's do it." And I was like, "I don't know, man." At first, I was like, "Hey, that's super cool," but then I was like, "I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I want to do Eddie because I feel like that's the rivalry between him and Peter at the Bugle is a little more interesting." But that didn't end up happening, so I don't have to worry about it. Yay! You robbed us of everything cool, dude. I'm sorry, but people would not have liked that at all. People would have hated that. Do you have any idea how many Eddie Brock simps there are in this fandom? Like new design, but Spider-Man 3 solos? Yeah, no. Spider-Man 3 Venom is the best, like, Venom design. Maybe not ever, but, like, one of my favorites. I think the, Todd McFarlane one's probably the best. The guy, the co-producer for my show, quit. Dude, what is happening with your TV show, dude? Do you need help? Like, I can probably help you with some stuff if you need. And I know a couple people that could probably help you out, too. A little birdie has been telling me about some animators in my space, like in the fandom that I would work well with, apparently. So I could probably connect those people with you. It's just me now, because honestly no one's helping. Yeah, I can get you connected with animators and some voice actors for sure. I can help you out. We got you, bro. We're all a team, chat. We're homies, chat. Tom Hardy Venom build with Spider-Man 3 looks. That'd be sick, bro. What's Ace's favorite food? Bean burritos. Yeah, he loves bean burritos, bro, because he needs food to go. He needs energy, so he's hungry all the time. And bean burritos just have all of those nutrients that he needs. And, you know, they're also really yummy, and I like burritos, so. They're not my favorite food, but they're his favorite food. But yeah, I mean, imagine you've been held captive your whole life in a freaking military base, and all you eat is like bread and water all the time. And then imagine having a nice, good old bean burrito. Like, wouldn't you love that? Because he sure did, and still does. Rom, do you prefer chilies or bean burritos? That's a good question. Probably burritos, dude. I love chili so much. Chili is awesome. I love chili dogs. I'm that guy. I am that dude who unironically eats chili dogs. I think they're so awesome. But bean burritos, I feel like I like them more, but like some days I would like chili dogs more. I don't have them super often, but when I do, it's awesome. I can't bring myself to read a novel. Dude, bring yourself to read my novel. That's what you gotta do. My reasoning to persuade you is that it's pretty good, and yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. 6 people left. It went from 15 viewers to 9 viewers. Yikes! But yeah, it is a bit of a chill stream, so I don't really care. Like I said, I'm not in this for the views. I'm in this for the good questions, chat. Chili dogs are awesome. They are, dude. Yes, bro. Also, my MJ VA doesn't know how to VA. She just now decided to tell me this. Dog, did she just not want to VA? That's so stupid. Why did she sign up for this? I might be able to connect you with my Gwen actor if you want her to play Mary Jane. I don't know if she still does voice acting because I haven't talked to her in a while, but I could connect you guys if you want her to be your actor. See, Rome will be MJ for you? Bro, that's crazy. Like, if you're desperate for actors. But I do know a couple people that I could connect you with that I have worked with before in other projects. I could be MJ Trust? Yeah, okay, Mob Lover. Does Ace hate mac and cheese? I don't know if he's had it before. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. He probably likes it. Most people like mac and cheese. I said I can just teach her how to VA. Oh, okay. I guess that's cool. How do you teach someone how to VA? I don't know. I'm not a voice instructor. Wait, SP, how much do you have done from the episode? I want to see like something. Like I want you to post a little something because I want to see it so bad. I've seen the script. Yeah, boy. I think you sent me the script, right? If I remember correctly. But I want to see the animation so bad, bro. I want to see that art style. I want to see all the good stuff. Is Ace like TikTok font? I don't know. Probably not. We remade the script. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, if you like it better than the old one, then that's a good thing for me. That's cool. So just kidding, guys. Apparently I don't know the script. Apparently I'm a fraud and I'm a liar. We kept your lines. Let's go. Is Ace sub to Mothra 2007? No, unfortunately. I'll have to let him know. I'll tell someone to let him know. And I'll let Ren know about Lilo's little message he has for her too. I'm sure she would be not thrilled to hear that. I should make my own Spidey show on my anime. Do it, bro. Yeah, every now and then again, I get that urge to make a Spider-Man show again, and I'm like, I want to work on something. That's why I made that little test animation a few weeks ago. I do want to keep working on something, but like, I'm just locked in on my book stuff right now, so I don't know. You know, I just let him be out a bit more, please, so I gotta update you about that later on. Okay, got it. I'm down. I would give up many Spider-Man shows, oh my goodness, just to complete Spectacular Spider-Man. That's crazy, dude. I wouldn't. Because even some of those shows suck. That's still like legacy and stuff that matters to me, at least. That's crazy. That's crazy. Is Ace lactose intolerant? No, I don't think so. Your character's pretty important, by the way. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. That's a lot. I know, dude. This guy's like finna give up the entire like Spider-Man TV show like history for another season of Spectacular Spider-Man, bro. Spectacular Spider-Man is not like the second coming of Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my goodness. Who's your own voice, or is it a secret? I don't know. SP's gonna have to decide. It's the secret. 2017 show has a lot of amazing villains you don't see often. Yeah. I'm not the first one to say it, but it really feels like they just had like certain villains just to say that they had them. Because they didn't really do anything with like any of them except like Dr. Octopus. That's kind of it. Most of them lasted like 1 or 2 episodes and didn't really come back. Except I guess like the Sinister Five, but like that was a stupid idea to begin with. And I don't even think people like any of those villains that were in that team. Imagine Uncle Ben roams on boy. Dude, this idea of yours has been floating around for so long, Geek. The amount of times you've said this to me. People have been saying Uncle Rome for like a million years, bro. I'm not Uncle Ben, dude. I'm 17. I cannot do a freaking Uncle Ben voice, bro. With great power, Peter. With a great power comes great responsibility. Like, shut up, man. I'm not doing that, bro. Absolutely not. The Sinister Five was garbage. It was dumb, bro. It was so dumb. And Hobie Brown was in it. Yeah, that show was the last time we will ever see Hobie Brown as the Prowler. Like, definitively. That is the last time that we will ever see him. You sound like Splinter? Oh my god, dude. Yo, what's up, Jordan? Welcome. Imagine Marvel Rivals as Hobie Prowler. I hope they do, but they probably won't because they definitely plan on adding Miles eventually. And like any project that Miles is in, which is most of them nowadays, then you can't have Hobie Prowler. You gotta have Miles and Aaron, you know, and his Uncle Prowler, because you gotta do that, which is dumb. Well, not dumb, but because the story is worth telling, I guess. But like, I guess there isn't really any like benefit to having Hobie as Prowler over Aaron, because Aaron just has more storytelling potential. So I guess it's better. Okay. The small purist in me will leave for a second. Yeah, I just think it's funny that like we're definitely never seeing Hobie Prowler again. What would be really cool and also really, you know, not smart but still pretty cool is if they did 2 Prowlers with different movesets. We had Hobie, maybe he has like a blue Prowler costume, and then you have Aaron who has a purple Prowler costume. Maybe Hobie gets the cape, and then, you know, maybe Aaron doesn't, as a homage to the Ultimate Comics. What's the date for Ace of Spades 3? There is no date as of right now. I don't even know the date. I gotta finish making it first. Guys, I want to leak so much about the show. OMG, dude, just do it. See, look, see, SP, do it. That's crazy. Just do it, dude. I want to see stuff. I want to hear stuff. I mean, no spoilers, of course, but like I want to hear interesting little tidbits about the show. I'm down. Cause I know like next to nothing about this show. Imagine Hobie fills in Aaron's mantle in the Insomniac universe as like a villain. That'd be interesting. Honestly, I wish the Prowler became a hero. But honestly, I get why he retired. You know, he wants to just focus on his family. That's chill. All I'll say is there is an original villain. That's interesting. I like seeing original characters in Marvel projects. I think it's fun. I remember a lot of people thought Luna Snow was an original Rivals character, which is really funny. I mean, I'm not going to act like I knew anything about Luna Snow, but I knew she wasn't a Rivals original character. Oh, the original villain is Libby the main villain. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm not leaking nothing about book 3, so don't even ask. Maybe some trash Spidey suits. Integrated suit, I guess. Trying to leak the whole plot with him. Dude, just give us some character designs or something. Give us anything. MCU Iron Spider? Yeah, dude, that costume is booty, bro. It's booty. I'll say Sinister Six will be in it. Yeah, I had plans for them too in my show, but like animating 7 characters on screen is also scary. So if I did a Sinister Six episode, it'd probably be like the one in the books where like they each have their own little section and they're not even working together because they're all just dumb. Music disappeared? Oh, thank you for letting me know. I must fix that now. There we go. Let me change the footage because I don't want it to get too repetitive, but like I also don't have that much footage left. Here, maybe I'll put up some Doomlet Arcade's footage. How about that, huh? Some people thought their Iron Fist was an original character. For real? What? Integrated looks the upgrade to if someone peed on it. It literally does, bro. It literally does. Sonic mid-tiers. Oh my gosh, real. Sonic Frontiers sucks, bro. Dude, nothing at the State of Play. I don't know how many of you were there. Nothing at the State of Play. No Sonic anything. To be fair, we shouldn't really have expected anything, but like, I was hoping for something, but that either means that they're gonna do a short hype cycle, like starting in Summer Games Fest or something like that, or maybe a Sonic Central soon. Either they're gonna do a really short hype cycle that's from like summer to fall or summer to winter or something, or the game is just flat out not coming this year, which would be insane, but also good because, you know, if they need the extra time, they need the extra time. But I really do think we're getting at least an announcement this year. No romance? This guy, bro. That's ridiculous. We need romance in Spider-Man, bro. I'm just joking. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you do, but I feel like you can get away with not doing it. State of Play was genuinely odd. Maybe you think there was a new God of War continuation. Yeah, they made it look like there was going to be a new mainline game, but it was like a little prequel game or something. But at least the remake is going to be cool, hopefully. The trilogy remake. I'd say the only thing that I thought was like actually like cool of like, oh man, I should check that out, was Crimson Moon or whatever it was called. I think it was Crimson Moon in the State of Play. That's it. Everything else was so boring. I think the Rayman thing was cool, but like I'm not really into like classic Rayman very much, honestly. I think Rayman Legends was awesome. I think Origins was cool. I think they should keep making those, or they should do a 3D one. I don't know. I feel like this, like them announcing that was a gateway to bring him back. Honestly, I think they're gonna bring him back. What final Sonic project did you like before things started going downhill? Well, I liked Sonic Frontiers for a while until I replayed it and was like, wow, this is really bad. But I would say the last good Sonic project that was like mainline, I guess you could say, was like Shadow Gens, but like I don't even know if you count that. Outside of that, the last good mainline Sonic game was Generations, which is not really a good look. Unless you count Mania, which I guess you can, but like, you know, a main 3D Sonic game, which even still, Generations, some people wouldn't even count that because you have the classic Sonic gameplay in that. Something that sucks about Spectacular is that Peter has like 5 girls in his body, only 16. Bro, why does that suck? That's good for him, man. He's Rizzy, bro. Just by doing nothing, he's so Rizzy. Because the MJVA is dating someone, and it will like weird for her to flirt with Spider-Boy's VA. I mean, I guess that's true, but like at the same time, there's like a degree where it's like strictly professional. I did plan to have romance in my show, but it didn't really get that far. The show didn't get that far. Generations was 15 years ago. I know, that's crazy. So unrealistic, bro. He's 16, dude. For Spider-Man, it's not unrealistic. Read those original comics, dude. Bro is like, everyone loves him. But yeah, I think the Frontier sequels will be good. I hear like some of the leakers or whatever, quote unquote, saying it's just gonna be more Frontiers but better. Obviously, I don't love Frontiers. I think it's a bad game, but you know, if it's a lot better and they like really evolve it, then I think that it could be great. I'm not expecting some like Sonic Utopia thing or anything. Like some people are expecting that, but I'm not. My expectations are relatively tame. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be like pretty good or great at best, and then like okay at worst. I don't think it'll be as bad as Frontiers at all. I feel like if they'd had this budget and like this amount of time, I feel like it can't be that bad. Because Frontiers was made in like 2 years, realistically. 2 or 3 years. Spectacular Spider-Man has web links, but you never use it once. Well, because they're not always for gliding, you know, they weren't always for gliding. Sometimes they're just for decoration, like in the original Spider-Man comics. So I'm okay with him not using them like to fly. Because they're not always for that. Dinogems was good aside from the fact that it was written by Ian Flynn, and why did he make Maria feel inorganic? Dude, I just do not like his writing at all. If you like it, I won't blame you. Like, I guess some people just like that, whatever. But for me, it's just so mid, and like, it feels like he just tries to write all the main cast like they're like part of a superhero team. That's not really what Sonic is supposed to be. You know, like he writes them very like one note. Like they have like 1 or 2 personality traits. Also, again, who's your crush? I don't have one. It's the same backstory, his aunt and uncle are already dead. Yo, that's crazy. My face when I'm running on Chaos Island and then I get forced to a 2D parkour area. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. What a dumb idea to do this stupid 2D stuff, dude. Decisions like that is why Frontiers are so bad, because they made so many dumb decisions that, like, were so stupid. Like, just the whole premise of the gameplay style of, yeah, it's open world, but there's almost nothing to do, and because there's nothing to do, and because we can't design an open world correctly, we added all these random platforming sections that are in random places. Like, it really feels like they just threw all these platforming areas up into the air and they just landed wherever on the island. It's so dumb because like you can just walk to like the end of most of these platformer sections because they kind of forgot that most of these are in like a 3D area. So like you can just like it doesn't feel like it was like designed properly. Like, you can just walk to the end of these. You don't have to do them. You can skip the springs. You can just go to the final hoop or whatever that'll take you to the memory token. Like, it's so dumb, dude. And I hope that they just abandon that design and just do something a little bit different. I know everyone wants the next one to be like in a city. I think that'd be so awesome. I think that'd be a much better open world than like a bunch of like flat islands. My face when they put a lore reason for why their level design is so bad in a Sage interaction. Yeah, I think they put one for like the pop-in too, didn't they? Or am I thinking incorrectly? I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure they did that, and Sage was like, "Oh, I can't see what you see. They appear because this cybernetic link," or it was something stupid like that. How fast is Ace? Is he fast as a bullet or faster? Yeah, he's definitely as fast as a bullet, I'd say, when he just runs normally. But when he's like charged up with like his lightning powers, he's probably much faster. Yeah, I'd imagine he's like not crazy fast, but pretty fast. Like when he's just normal, but like when he's using his lightning powers to boost himself, then he's probably like really big fast. Do you think humans should come back in modern Sonic games? Yeah, I don't mind. Who won, Ace or Sonic? It's difficult because Sonic could cut him in half. But at the same time, Ace also has lightning powers, and Sonic isn't as fast as lightning. Sonic is the speed of sound, and Ace obviously is much faster than that when he's using his lightning power. I imagine he'd be a little slower than Sonic when he's not using his lightning powers, but once he's like charged up, he's like, I'd say probably significantly faster than Sonic. If we're talking like mainline Sonic, I mean. But yeah, Ace has lightning powers. He has the sword, which amplifies his lightning powers even more. I think that he'd probably win, honestly. But I don't know. You never know. Adventures Campus Spidey Series peak without the random lighting. I don't know. I think that the web pattern is kind of stupid. But if the web pattern was better, then and the random lines were, you know, alleviated, then I could like it. I think the logos are good. Honestly, I like the back logo, to be honest with you. Oh, just for aura? What, the lightning powers? No, he has like legit lightning powers. You feel like Silver's theme despite Silver being mid? Yeah, I do. I think it's a good song. I think Silver's just a really dumb character. Like he like had one like real appearance was in 06, and then he never does anything again. And people act like he's like, Silver is he has so much potential. They should bring him back. He'd be so awesome. People love Silver. Nobody likes Silver, dude. It's like 3 people that like Silver. He's like like that. You know that like potential man image? That's literally the Silver, dude. It's the embodiment of that. How'd you like my Spider-Man redesign? I don't know if I've seen it. For Rome, I met Amy and Knuckles voice actors. Yo, that's super cool, dude. That's super cool. Sonic is faster than the speed of sound. Is he? At least light speed. I thought he was only light speed when he was Super Sonic. I mean, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong, but when is it established that he's faster than the speed of sound? You commented on it? Okay, I don't remember it. Spiderwave takes off his headphones when he's locked in. Yo, that's crazy. Imagine bro just listening to like a playlist all the time. Silver must be redeemed from the Sonic movies. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care at all about the Sonic movies anymore. Like, I feel like the Sonic 3 was like the last one where I had hope of like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good movie, a good adaptation of Sonic. It's gonna be so cool and awesome. And yeah, it was cool, but it obviously, you know, bad writing, all the normal problems of these Sonic movies, these Paramount movies. I'm ready for Sonic 4 to be like that and have all the same problems that I hate about these movies. At this point, the only reason that I like these movies being around is so that they can make money and give the games budget. That's pretty much it. Do you think we win a race at Ace or Dash from Incredibles? Definitely Ace, dude. Sorry, I love Dash, but bro is not that fast. He's not as fast as Ace. And also, he definitely doesn't have lightning powers like Ace, and that makes Ace much faster. I wish I used Chaos Control in the movie and more teams him skating, because his running form is so epic. It is. It's so dumb. He used Chaos Spears one time, and it was in his super form. We don't even know if he can do it normally. That's so dumb. It's like one of his main powers. He does it once in the movie for like a second. I'm at least glad they included it, but like still. And the Sonic movies adapt side characters well, but everything else is mid. I mean, I think Knuckles is alright, and then Shadow is decent. Tails is fine, I guess, but he's like barely even there. Sonic obviously is bad for those movies. He's not even Sonic. He's just a different guy completely. It's remixed by Rome, by the way. Yeah, I did mix the version of Wishes that he's gonna use in his show. Yeah, I'm not like a professional music mixer or anything, but like I find that sometimes I can cook kind of hard and like trimming music and like making it sound natural. Like I did that for Bubbly in my show a long time ago, and I did do it for Rift, because I do plan to use that if I ever make that Spider-Man show or whatever, the Untold Tales of Spider-Man. But part of me thinks that might use Eastside for that if I end up making that. We'll see how it goes. It could be anything. It's maybe a hot take. I think Sonic looks better with blue arms, dude. The amount of tomatoes I'm about to throw at you right now, that's crazy. Oh, music's gone. Pac sucks? Dude, you're insane. You are crazy. Which is mid. I think it's decent. Which isn't my favorite of a good kid songs. It's pretty good, but it's not my favorite. I think the chorus is kind of mid, in my opinion. I think it's kind of cheesy. Yo, Rip, what's up? Welcome. Shadow's Chaos Spirit in one singular frame. Dude, for real. It goes up, and it never goes down? You mean Pox? Are we gonna play or draw anything today? No, this is just a chill stream today. Punk Tactics is really important for a fight scene. Oh, I want to use Punk Tactics so bad, but I don't have a place to use it. Maybe a fight scene, but like that song is so sick. It just screams like urban Spider-Man. Like it'd be so cool. How do y'all come up with lore for y'all series? Honestly, I don't even know. Like I just think of stuff that's cool. Like, oh hey, what if Ace had a sword and it was connected to his powers and it was connected to all this stuff that I'm not going to tell you because that would ruin the lore, but a lot of cool stuff with the lore of my book is coming. And a lot of it is in book 2. Some of it. And it sets up a lot of that lore too. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Mid means good, just nothing special. Nah, dude, that's not what mid means. Mid means like okay to like less than okay. Like mid means like 4 out of 10. Like that's how most people use it. Side note, I unironically love how Shadow Palm strikes Sonic out of super form. Yeah, that's sick. We also use a song from Undertale for the fight scene. Yes, dude. Yes, I love video game soundtracks in like these cartoons. It's so chill. I use a bunch of video game music in mine. Not a hot take. Rumble needs more subscribers. Real. Yeah, chat. We're getting close to 10K, honestly, and I think I might do. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 10K. I'll figure it out. Not a face reveal. Don't even ask me about that, bro. Favorite good kid song is Wall Fight Me. Same, bro. Although sometimes you see me saying I like Rick more, but Wall is just so special to me, so I feel like that's gonna always be my favorite. Bubbly though is so great too. I like it for the same reason, but Wall is also just like a really special song to me, so I love it. I love Wall. What can I say? I know face reveal. Cause I want to protect myself. You see yourself making an Ace of Spades film? I mean, I probably couldn't see me making it because I don't know how to make any movies, but if there was an Ace movie one day, which would be super sick, then I'd probably have a hand in it. I'd probably be some kind of supervisor. I've always said, like, to my dad when we've talked about stuff like this before, I've always said, like, I'd be so scared of someone tampering with it, like how they do with, like, Spider-Man and stuff all the time. Like, I'd be so scared of someone tampering with it and making it worse. But from a more matured perspective, now that my first book is almost a year old, I would be okay with them changing some things to make it better. Obviously, I would want to be in like creative control of that project quite a bit because I'd want to make sure the series is handled properly in the way that I like and envision. But I wouldn't mind them changing some things for adaptation's sake. I wouldn't mind that. Wait, is this just that one short clip of me dying that I used for the Dark Ages retrospective? I think it is. Let me change it. I think that picture is a short clip. You saw the back of Rome's hair in the Peter Foundation 2 video? Yeah, and in the John Romita suit video. If you care about the back of my head for some reason. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to sell my face, you know. Wait, this is. I think I just clicked on the same clip, bro. Imagine Rome showed his face on accident. Dude, I always think about that. I'm always like, what if my mask just slips off one day on stream? That'd be really funny. Let's get a close up of you putting on the mask from the front. You're stupid. No thanks, buddy. No thanks. Maybe I will do a face reveal someday, like in a few years. But I don't know. It's very easy these days for like people on the internet to just be weird and just, like I said, just be weird. Oh, this is another short clip too. Like I have 8,000 subscribers, almost 9,000. All it takes is one person, dude, to be weird enough to like stalk me or something. So I'm not really willing to take that chance, honestly. At least not now. And I feel like the bigger that my channel gets, the less likely I'm going to be to take that chance, if that makes sense. Because like I said, all it takes is one person. And, you know, I'm not really down for that, honestly. To be real with you. What other footage do I have? Like pictures are unnecessary for channels, you can live perfectly fine without it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I do often think that it would be better for like retention and stuff like that in certain videos where I do think like, man, I wish I could just show my face. But to be honest, I feel like I'm okay with the like small trade-off, I guess, of some stuff being harder to make, because it is a challenge to make sure I don't show my face in some of these cosplay videos, you know, and crop it out if I do. It is kind of annoying. Someone draws, so I gotta go. See you guys. Okay. Wish you the best, bro. See you. I think I low curriculumly like the movie Sonic character designs more than the game versions. Like low genuinely. That's a new word. That's crazy, dude. I think the designs are good. I think they're pretty good. I hate the blue arms. I think the designs are good though. But like, I can't take them seriously because every time I look at them, I just think about how much I hate movie Sonic, and then that just makes me hate the design. I think Shadow's movie design is awesome, but like it just reminds me of the Sonic movies, and I don't like the Sonic movies. If that does happen, I would not take a screenshot and mention it ever again. Someone would. I can't trust people as much as I can trust you, Mouse Lover. Sonic with dual arms. It looks bad and it's not good for color balancing. Tan arms is much better color balancing. Blue arm triggers me. Same, bro. It's so stupid. I can movie neck proportions. Yeah, honestly, he should look like that in the games. Shadow knuckles are goated. Yeah, they are. But yeah, chat, I think I'm going to call it in a few minutes, honestly. So if you have any final questions that you want to get in, then send them in now. I'll try to answer most of them the best I can, but probably can't end it in a few minutes. Blue arms looks bad on movie Sonic, specifically in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like blue arms works the best on movie Sonic because like the furry arms, but like it just ugh. Didn't you say you like the movie Sonic design at one point? Yeah, I do like the design. I do think it's a good design, but I mean it's a decent redesign of Sonic the Hedgehog for live action. But I just think that the real Sonic is just way better, and it sounds so like picky and stupid, but like I just don't like looking at the design because it reminds me of how much I hate those movies, dude. How you redesign characters? You would know, Lilo. You're good at redesigning characters, man. I think Sonic 2 executed the Death Egg so poorly. Like, it was so important to the classic games, and they didn't really show enough of it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think they should have just done the Death Egg storyline, honestly. instead of just doing the robot. Oh, do you have a girl in mind? Bro, what is your obsession with my love life, geek? Oh my goodness. It's non-existent. Normally I do, but these bad redesigns are really making me think. I mean, there's really no playbook to it. For me, when I'm redesigning stuff, I just do what looks good. I take the vision of what the original is trying to do, and I make it cooler. At least to what I see is cooler. I try to make it successful in ways that the original maybe isn't. You know, I try to fix color balancing and fix certain issues and stuff like that with the design if I can. If there are any that I think are worth fixing. What common character would you cast me as? Just how I act? Mothman. I should have made the Beyond Suit's belt slanted too because it matched with the logo. Does it suit the belt? I don't remember. That's actually good advice. I mean, yeah. I don't even know if it is advice. I just do what I like to do, you know? Yeah, if I, you know, think of a design trait that will make a design better, then I'll do it. You know, it's like how for the Untold Tales of Spider-Man redesigns I showed you guys the other day. The little character designs of Peter and Spider-Man. I made Spider-Man suit red and black and didn't change much else, because I think that's the only way I could really make the design quote-unquote better to me. I made the logo bigger, gave it different eyes, that's pretty much it. Because the classic suit I think is pretty perfect. But yeah, I just made small changes to it that were personal to me that I thought looked good, like the black, so, you know. That's all it is for me at the end of the day, honestly, is making little subtle changes that I think are interesting. Or, if it's something like the Evolve suit, if you guys remember my Evolve suit from way back when, then that's like a complete redesign where I just, from the ground up, start again. But I still keep the original vision of what the suit was trying to do, I just do it good this time. But anyway, I'm gonna go, chat. Thanks everybody for showing up today. Thanks for all your questions. I will see you all soon. And yeah, man. Y'all will hear about what's going on with Ace next, eventually. But once you do, I promise it's going to be super sick and fun. And I'm going to keep doing the animated content for it. I'm going to keep doing the Q&As and stuff like that. So get hyped for all that. Goodbye, everybody. Stay freaky, and God bless.